So in working towards a fully self-sourced being that is building from within, I've identified some key qualifiers to help me tune different choice points. And it's on the spectrum from addictive to holistic, with holistic being sustainable and addictive essentially not. It's being draining, like your long-term essence and foundation. So some of the key distinctions I've noticed is like anytime I'm craving something from a low state, it's usually more addictive. If I'm feeling like, if I'm really noticing that I'm not feeling so great and I'm trying to use something to avoid something else, it's a key sign, addiction, right? So there's an avoidance, there's an escape feeling, there's a like running away, like I'm trying to cover up whatever feedback is here that doesn't feel good to get a rush of something, get a hit of something to cover it up. But inevitably, I notice that it equals a withdrawal, it equals a crash, and then a craving following that, and then the cycle continues. And it can be subtle things. It can be like even just the way of I focus, like certain fantasies. It doesn't have to be substances. It's just like a way of relating that I'm noticing is addictive and how I'm making my choices. So other key signs are like it feels good, but it has like a little bit of ick to it, right? And especially afterwards, you might feel a little sick, maybe guilty. So something more holistic, there's a feeling of like holistic peace and satisfaction, where something more addictive is like, ew, kind of a gross feeling. And so I'm really paying attention to those little gross feelings. Was I coming from a little bit of an addictive state? Right? These are key signs. Other things, it's overall not sustainable, right? It has a crash. It drains my essence instead of builds it and compounds it for the long term, right? It's usually like a quick fix, and it's always impulsive, right? I notice it's like, in the moment, it's just super impulsive, versus like a holistic choice has a lot of patience and discernment, whereas an addictive choice is impulsive, fast, and then suffer the consequences. Goes against intuition and discernment, right? And a huge one is it puts the power outside of yourself. So if I'm ever feeling like, like I need this person and this activity and this thing in order to feel a certain way. And it's tricky, this is subtle, but it's like anytime I think I need something to feel a certain way, it's like a needy feeling, almost like a desperation. It's putting the power outside of myself. Key sign that I'm coming from addiction rather than holism. It's manipulative, it's needy, and it wobbles my foundation. Instead of like, sleeping well, eating well, building work, something that's gonna serve me in the long run, it wobbles me, and there's more tendency for crash, and sacrifices my foundation, sacrifices my long term. It's like more quick fixes that don't serve me in the long run, right? We all know this. All like addictive qualities that I'm constantly paying attention to. Drains me, guilt, So these are all just little things that I'm noticing in every one of my choice points. And it's how I relate to my choices. It's how I relate. And it's subtle. It doesn't necessarily mean that any activity or any one choice is addictive or holistic. It's entirely my relationship and where I'm coming from in the choices. So noticing all these different qualities, I can begin to discern, am I coming from holism or am I coming from addiction? Right? So there you go. This is helping me make my choices more holistically so I can tune to a fully self-sourced being.